stuck up there with somebody that you don't like playing with. That's the danger of a jam session.
How jam sessions help musicians to find a gig? What do you think? Gigs. Is that helps or not?
It should.
It should, but not. Why not?
I don't know.
Do
I can't go anymore. If you advertise that you have a jam session, a lot of people that can't get hired in a club, they're going to come to the jam session because they want to play, but they can't get hired anywhere, so that's their one chance to play. I used to play in a club here in town, and on the jam session nights, people would sign up, and then the leader would just call the names, and the people would come up, and they would play, and most of them were not good. But going back, when I was a teenager, I used to play a jam session with Von Freeman, saxophonist in Chicago, and he knew everybody. There was no such thing as signing up, for a jam session. Like, it was a neighborhood bar, and people would come in, and whenever New York groups came to play in Chicago, after they finished that gig, they would go down to Von Freeman's place. But Von knew them, so when he saw them, he would say, "Hey, come up and play." And if he knew you were good, he would say, "Hey, come up." Yeah. If somebody was bad, maybe they'll get up at one point, but then not again.
How's jam session supposed to be, in your opinion?
Well, whoever runs the jam session has to run it. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have to be in control.
From beginning to the end.
And you have a rhythm section up there.
Yeah.
They don't want 10 saxophone players to come up on every song.
Yeah.
So somebody has to say, "No, you, saxophone player, and you, trumpet, come up for this song." If somebody comes up and they're no good, you do something to stop it and get them off. Because, there's people that paid to come in still.
Yeah, it's still concert.
And they're paying for their drinks. They're spending money.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear the worst people. And the other thing is, if you're leading the jam session, you could just say, if people want to come up and play, you say, "Okay, we're going to play a blues, but F sharp." Mm-hmm. And then everybody sits down. So the person running it, he should know everybody.
But you said New York is a tourist place. Musicians come here from all over the world. Mm-hmm. And the person who hosts a jam station, he can not know everybody.
If there is somebody that he doesn't know that wants to play, maybe that person could say, "Hey, so-and-so from St. Petersburg, and I'd love to play a tune, if it's okay." Because a lot of people don't do that. They just take out their horn and they walk up on the stage.
Yeah, so they
start playing.
They have to ask permission, right? Yeah. How they don't understand that, it's already like 3 saxophone players. Why would I go there and play?
They're just, they're not thinking.
So the musicians wants to practice.
Yeah.
They
practice at home, please.
Yeah, but they want to practice at the audience too.
That's terrible. It's a disease. Jazz groups have become so boring. I don't even know what to think anymore. I've noticed that on jam sessions, lots of musicians use the
telephones because they don't remember the melodies. I mean, not the melodies, but the changes. They use some applications where all songs in any keys, and you know, what do you think about it?
No.
Why not?
Do you see actors reading their lines?
For rehearsal.
Yeah.
On rehearsal. So it could be on rehearsal, right?
Yeah.
But you have to learn the song from the same device, or
Doesn't matter. Just learn it. Here's the thing that nobody talks about. What makes a jam session great is this. If the club is a place where great musicians like to hang out. Look, if I'm running a jam session and I know, good players are coming to have a drink after their other gigs, then I can make it a great jam session because I can say, hey, come on up, you, and you, because I know them and I know they're good. And for the audience, it's fun because it's like they see a guy at the bar, they don't know he's a great drummer. He's just a guy, drinking a beer at the bar. And then I say, come on up. And then dang, 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 dang. And I can, sort of orchestrate a really good jam session. But you have to have those guys there. But I think these days they're not there because the level is so low. They don't want to be caught there. They want to go somewhere else where there's no music, and just have a quiet drink before they go home. But the bar, the club, whatever, if they want that jam session thing, they should make it an environment where musicians want to hang out.
for jam session, the most audiences are musicians, right? So if they don't like the room, basically you can close the club, right?
I don't know. I mean, well, that's a problem right there. If most of the audience is musicians, that's a problem. So that's the club's fault because they have to promote their own club. It shouldn't be a musician's responsibility to get people in there. If I own a place and I give you a gig, I'm not going to say, you got to get people in my place.
But lots of clubs owners just the same like that.
I know, but it's my place.
Yeah.
I'm responsible
Yeah.
to make it a nice place where people want to go.
Yeah.
It's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to play good.
Yeah.
If you're a musician.
So basically the club owner is supposed to do it.
Yeah, he has to foster an environment where this will happen.
Mm-hmm.
He has to
Think
a little bit.
Yeah.
The jam session can be great or it can be terrible.
Thank you.